Hey guys, welcome back to my another story. And the story title is you the day the river spoke. Let's get started. This is the story. A big bright tear splashed down her nose, and a kingfisher swept down its wings, an arrow of blue in the sunlight, and a green lizard slithered down the river's edge to bask in the sun. Dear, dear, said a sleepy, murmuring voice. What's the matter? Janvi was startled because she was sure she had been quite alone. It couldn't have been the lizard, and the kingfisher was up in the thicket of bamboo eating the fish it had caught. It couldn't be the parrots because parrots shrieked, and this was such a sleepy voice. She looked around her. There wasn't a soul in sight. She was rather scared and wanted to run away. You shouldn't cry, the voice went on. And you really shouldn't be scared when you have been coming here to see me every day. Well, almost every day. She was puzzled. It was such a voice like the river. It couldn't be the river. Well, tell me all about it, said the river. For it was a river I have got to hurry to reach the sea. They won't let me go to school, said Janvi. I asked my mother, why can't I go to school? Like Itan and Meena and mother had replied, you are too small. Baby, maybe later. But when she was 5, little Ramu was born and mother still said, maybe next year Janvi mind your little brother while I go to the fields. Now she was nearly 10 and minding. Little Apu, who was the smallest, they don't want me. They only she stopped with a sob. I am scared to go to school and I am so old now. They'll never let me go, but I want to go. I want to learn to read like Itan and Meena. Janvi called her brother Itan. Itan means elder brother. But his real name was Gopi. I want to know why spiders are yellow in yellow flowers, why bamboo trees rustle, why the moon always comes from behind the hills, never the other way, why the baby fish in the field, water become frogs, why? Stop, said the river, you make me breathless. So many whys I can tell you where the moon goes. The river said, you make me breathless, so may wise I can tell you where the moon goes. The river said the river said conceptually it goes down towards the sea. I've seen it always takes the same way over the mountains and down the sea like me. Now the stories end. Now this is two questions. First and second. And what was Janvi dream? Was it important to her? Why? You can solve. And do you think the river can help her in fulfilling her dreams? Please. Now I'll explain this story. What does it mean? So listen carefully and please listen carefully and you can practice your listening skills, also practice speaking skills or listening or reading. So, uh, Janvi was crying, her tears were falling from her nose. A beautiful kingfisher bird flew down, shining blue in the sunlight. A green lizard came quietly to the river to enjoy the warm sun. Suddenly, a sleepy and soft voice said, oh dear, what happened? Janvi got shocked because she thought She was completely alone. The voice could not be from the lizard. The kingfisher was busy eating a fish. It could not be the parrots because they always shout loudly, and this voice was soft and sleepy. She looked around carefully. There was no one there. She became scared and wanted to run away. The voice continued, "You should not cry and you should not be afraid because you have been coming here to see me almost every day." Janvi was confused. She heard a voice that sounded just like the river, but she thought, how can the river talk? That's impossible. Then the boy said, "Tell me everything. I have to hurry to the sea, you know." Now Janvi understood. The voice was actually the river speaking to her. Janvi told the river her problem. Her problem, she wanted to go school. She wanted to go to school very badly. She asked her mother, "Why can't I go to school like my brother Ethan and my sister Meena?" Her mother always said, "You are too small, baby. Maybe later." But when Janvi, when Janvi turned 5, a new baby Ramu was born. Her mother again said, "Maybe next year, Janvi, look after your little brother while I go to the fields." Now she was almost 10 years old and she still stayed at home, taking care of little Appu, the youngest child. The cried and said, "They don't want me, they only." She could not continue because she was crying. Janvi, she said, she was afraid to go to school now because she was too old. But she really wanted to go. She wanted to learn to read like her elder brother Gopi, she called him it. She had so many questions in her mind. Why are spiders yellow when they sit on yellow flowers? Why do bamboo trees make rustling sounds? The river said, "Stop, you are asking so many questions. I am losing breath." Then the river whispered like a friend sharing a secret. I know where the moon goes. It always goes down towards the sea, over the mountain, just like I do. Now I explained everything. And the moral of story, every child has a right to education. Curiosity is the beginning of learning. Never stop asking questions. Girls should be given equal opportunities to study and grow. Nature itself inspires us to learn, explore, and understand the world. Thank you guys listening to me. And if you are focusing one thing, you will achieve everything. If you want to learn English, so please subscribe my channel and keep watching this video. And every I I upload every story every day for you guys. Please support me. Thank you guys.